There was a man who was living with concerns and worries. He was troubled by constant preoccupation. His problem was his deep empathy for others. Now I know you may be thinking, well, why is that a problem? Why is that bad? After all, having empathy for others is a good thing. Well, the problem was that this man was a taxi driver. So when he picked up his passengers, mostly strangers, he observed how they seemed to be feeling, right, on the ride. So if a passenger looked noticeably concerned, worried, or somber, the taxi driver could not help but to feel for the person, right? And the worst were the trips to the airport. After he would drop off a passenger at the airport, he couldn't help but to wonder whether the person actually made it onto the flight into their final destination. His genuine concern almost prompted him to want to board the plane with the person just to make sure that they would make it, in fact, to their final destination. This was all taking a tremendous toll on this taxi driver. Some nights, he just couldn't sleep. He was recalling the conversations that he overheard of his passengers while on their phone, and many were heavy-hearted conversations. So he wished the best for his passengers and the other people involved. This empathy was causing him to lose sleep over people that he just interacted with for very short periods of time. People who were his relatives, not his friends, people that he didn't really even know. So since it wasn't realistic for him to be taking care of all of his passengers, and because it was draining him of his energy, he reflected on the situation very seriously one night. The next day, a passenger asked for a ride to the airport. Once both were in the car, he instantly noticed a distressed and despairing look on the passenger's face. This time, he decided to do something different. He decided to do something about it. When they arrived at the airport and he was out taking the luggage from the trunk, he looked at his passenger and said, "Sir, my name is Fred Johnson, and I am just a passenger. I don't know what you may be going through right now, but I noticed that you have a look of concern in your face, and I did my best to drive you as safely as I could to this area. And although you haven't asked me to, I will be wishing you well. And because it is in my nature to desire the best for all of my passengers, I'm going to be hoping that your plans and your goals work out, and that any challenging situation that you may be going through gets better soon. You have my contact information, so if you ever think of anything that I can do for you, please let me know. I will be more than happy to do whatever I can to help you. And even though I don't have a way to know whether you make it to where you're going, I will be hoping that you land safely to your destination, or that you get at least one step closer to. Weeks later, as the passenger situation had improved considerably and he was having a great day, he couldn't help but to think that perhaps Fred's words and his genuine positive thoughts may actually help the situation to get better. It mattered that someone had cared, that someone was wishing him well, and that someone offered to help him. So over the following days, weeks, months, and years, Fred kept doing the same, and he was able to live better, knowing that he this time was expressing his empathy to his passengers and extending a helping hand to them. Interestingly, over the years, he heard back from some of his passengers. Some contacted him to tell him stories about what was the situation that was happening and to tell him that it had gotten better. Some just called him to thank him, and some called him to ask him how he was doing. This call from his passengers became an important source of his personal motivation and inspiration to wake up every day, to go on his taxi, and to greet every passenger with a smile. He kept driving and caring for people, and he was able to do his job and to enjoy his work again. For you today, I say, hi, I am Luis Moreno, and I'm just a graduate from the Carlson School. I don't know what you may be going through right now, but I am more than happy to help you get from one place to another and to help you eventually arrive at your chosen destination. Although you have not asked me to, I will be wishing you well. And because it is my nature to desire the best for everyone, I'm going to be hoping that your plans, wishes, and dreams come true, and that any challenging situation that you may be going through right now gets better soon. I am on LinkedIn, so if you ever think of anything that I can do for you, please contact me and let me know. I will be more than happy to do whatever I can to help you. And although I don't know whether you're going to be making it to your destination or not, I will be hoping that you arrive safely or that you get at least one step closer to. Thank you.